Hey everyone, so I was asked by a follower of my page last week about the basics of nutrition, where you get protein sources, healthy fats, carbs, how much you need, all that kind of jazz, just the pure basics. So I said I'd do a video to actually go through it all. So the first thing I want to start with is your protein intake. Now, protein intake comes from animal products, meats, white meats, red meats, fish, seafood products. You'll get it in full fat dairy products. You'll get it in vegetarian options like tofu, but you'll also get it in things like beans and legumes. Now, if you're vegetarian, beans and legumes could be a high source of protein for you, but if you're not a vegetarian, then stick with the animal-based products. Generally speaking, you need 1 gram per kg of body weight. Now, you can work that out, but there is an easier way to do it. If you look at a palm-sized portion, right? So the palm of your hand, if you look at a portion about that size, so I always use the example of a fried egg is roughly about that size. So one portion will be roughly the same size as your palm. Now, females, 1 to 2 portions per meal. Males, 2 to 4 portions per meal. Why slightly higher for men? Generally, we tend to be bigger, have more muscle mass, but there's obviously a middle ground in there somewhere. You could be a female that likes 2 portions per meal. You could be a smaller male that likes 2 portions per meal. That might be all you can stomach. Keep it at that. 1 to 2 portions per meal for females, 2 to 4 for males. 1 gram per kg. And generally speaking, if you have enough of the palm-sized portions per meal, you're going to hit your 1 gram per kg anyway, or get pretty close to it. This is a good starting point at 1 gram per kg, but you will want higher if your training is quite intense, or if you're an amateur sport person, like say playing hurling for a club, playing soccer for a club, very active in sports, or very active just in the gym in general, you might want a little bit more. Next thing I'm going to look at, fluids. This is in no particular order by the way, just going through them. Fluids, you want about 30 to 40 mils per kg of body weight. So for me, closing in around 90 kgs, I probably want to think it's about 2.7 litres. Now, you can work it out for yourself. So 30 to 40 mil multiplied by your 90 kilos might give you 2,700 mLs, so that's 2.7 litres. You'll need to increase or decrease based on how much you're sweating, how warm it is out, how dry it is out, and other factors like how much you exercise, and is it, you know, are you sitting down all day doing nothing, you might need a lot less. If you find you're going to the bathroom all day, drop it down a touch. If you find you're, you know, stuff like that. Sorry, I ramble. Next thing you will look at is carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates covers a wide array of foods. You're talking fruits, vegetables, and starchy carbohydrates like potatoes, rice, pastas, and that kind of stuff as well. Generally speaking, with vegetables, you want to have about half your plate covered in veggies, right? Alternatively, you can look at a fist-sized portion, so that much of a portion on your plate. So generally speaking, if you have 2 fists on a plate, it's going to cover about half of it anyway, so that's a good place to start. With fruit, I would say, with fruit, have it as a dessert after one meal, or have it before or after exercise or activity, because the sugars in fruits tend to be more easily absorbed, should I say. So in and around activity, it works quite well for that quick release energy. Starchy carbohydrates. Starchy carbohydrates like potatoes, rice, pastas, you're looking at a cupped hand, right? Things like oats as well, grains. So if you pour in your porridge into a cupped hand, as soon as it starts to fall out, that's one portion. As soon as it starts to fall out, that's another portion. Now again, with the veggies, you want 1 to 2 portions per meal for females, 2 to 4 for men. With the starchy carbohydrates, your potatoes, your rices, your pastas, exactly the same. Moving on, healthy fats. So when it comes to healthy fats, the first thing I have to say is fats are good for you, right? If they're good fats. Now, you can get trans fats and stuff like that in a lot of processed foods, but healthy fats from things like seafood, butter, the likes of olive oils, your coconut oils, full fat dairy, that kind of food, you're going to get a lot of healthy fats in those. Fat won't make you fat unless you're eating in excess. How to avoid that? Look at a thumb-sized portion. So I'm going to bring that right up to the camera. So a thumb-sized portion. So if you're having a portion of cashew nuts, you're looking at 1 to 2 thumb-sized portions for females, 2 to 4 for males per meal. So again, that thumb-sized portion probably represents maybe a tablespoon of oil. So if you're overdoing it on the oil with your meals, those hidden calories can catch you out. And because you're not, I suppose, obviously consuming those, it's very easy to go over your daily calorie intake with those hidden calories from things like butters, olive oils, and spreads and things like that. They are high calories. They're about, what are they? They're 9 grams or 9 calories per gram compared to protein and carbs, which is 4 calories per gram. And a couple of notes then before I finish up on this video. eat as little junk food as possible. If you're actively trying to lose weight, eat as little junk food as possible, right? There's no point in sitting down every single night of the week and having a load of junk food watching TV if you're actively trying to lose weight. Be active or exercise. Now there's a slight difference. Being active might be just going off for a walk with your neighbour Mary and having a chat for an hour. That's great. You're active, you're on the move, great for your mental health as well. Whereas exercise is planned, structured, and you're aiming towards a goal. So if you can get on top of your protein, your fluids, your carbs, your fats, eat as little junk as possible, be as active as possible, or have a planned exercise program, you're not going to go too far wrong.